Antinatalism is a philosophy that bringing someone into existence is always harmful. Disability rights activists point out that just because someone is disabled, that doesn't mean their life is not worth starting, and they think it ableist of an antinatalist to think this way. However, I'm going to explain why it's not an ableist to oppose to bringing someone into existence, regardless of whether they're disabled or not disabled. Hey, this is Taiki. In this channel, I talk about veganism and antinatalism and other stuff. So if you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. So there's a widespread belief that bringing someone into existence is sometimes harmful. For example, so many people would oppose to bringing someone who's going to miss them into existence because their life is going to be miserable. If we could know that person is going to miss them, so many people oppose bringing someone into existence. Disability rights activists' argument would oppose to this idea by claiming that disabilities are not bad at all. So by saying disabilities are bad, so bad that we shouldn't bring someone with disability into existence, puts negative thought and negative judgments towards those who are disabled currently. For example, if someone is gonna miss a limb and say we shouldn't bring someone into existence just because they're gonna miss a limb, is going to be a huge insult to those who are currently missing a limb. And his conclusion that missing a limb equals not worth starting, the life is not worth starting, sounds like the person who is missing a limb right now, their life is not worth living or starting. So that's a huge insult. Disability rights activists have the idea that disabilities are only disabilities when the society let them be. For example, if someone is on a wheelchair and have a hard time, this is because society fails to accommodate the inability to walk. Inability to walk becomes a disability only when society is not ready to provide the enabled person or person with the inability to have an easier life. This supports the another disability rights argument that attempts to prevent someone from coming into existence just because they have a disability neglects lives of those who are disabled currently. And like I said, disabilities only become disabilities when the society let them be. So inabilities become disabilities because of obstacles that society has. So disability rights activists believe that removal of the obstacles that limit those who are disabled is the solution to this problem. To help you better understand what I mean, take racial discrimination for example. So the black have harder life because their skin color. This is not because their inherent property, which is their color of skin, but rather the society is the one who makes their life difficult. So it's commonly suggested that we should remove obstacles, racism, to make black people's lives easier rather than opposing to having more black babies. So this is the similarity between disability and racial problems. Inherent property, disability, and the color of skin are not the problem. The problem is how society perceives them. So that's what disability rights activists claim. However, I am saying all of lives should be avoided, regardless of whether they're disabled or not. Because like I explained in this video, or here, life is going to be harmful, regardless. Every single one of us is actually disabled by society, and I'll tell you what I mean. While it is true that people who cannot walk require more effort to access public transport per se than those who can walk, but unless we have a superpower to teleport, we all require transportation aid. Even if I can walk, that doesn't mean my life is going to be easy. I have to go all the trouble to get anything done, to live my life, and there is going to be harmful substances in life. So this area of life, walking might be easier for me than those who are on a wheelchair, but it might be easier for them in other areas of my life. So just like the disability rights argument, disabilities become disabilities when society lets them, but we all fail to notice that we all have inabilities and disabilities, that we have to live our life. Even just a small thing, going somewhere, we have to walk, we have to tolerate the weather, and we have to put effort into it. And it is considered as harmful, even if you like them or not. We can be depressed, we can be sad, those are disabilities. Unless we have the ability to not to get depressed or anything ever, then we are disabled, and harmful things are gonna come at us no matter who you are. So we don't have to bring anyone into existence because we know that they're gonna suffer no matter what. It might be harsh to say this, but bringing someone into existence is abusive to them. They never signed a contract to be born. They didn't choose to be born. Who chooses it? We, those who exist in this world. If you currently exist, you might have a positive power to stay alive and thrive and survive, whatever. This is a psychological urge for us to survive called polyanism. This has helped us survive, prosper, and reproduce throughout life, but it might not work in modern society because we no longer have the need to reproduce because we have 7 billion people, so it is unlikely that we go extinct. And this polyanism is the one that makes us keep on believing that lives are going to be good, and I oppose to that idea in the video, so please watch that video for more detail. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time.